What up, y'all? It's your boy, One Sir Grove, OSGOE. Thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in before, if this is your first time, if you appreciate this show and you support this show, man, 4 out of 5, we appreciate you. Today, tonight, this evening, the topic is, why didn't the sanctions take place before in terms of Iran? And I'm not just talking about Iran and sanctions. I'm talking about 10 different fucking things that are totally unrelated. But let's just get to Iran. Why weren't there sanctions before? Like, when there were piece of shit administrations like Barack Hussein and his administration, why weren't there... Oh, that's right, because he was helping Iran. He was helping Iran facilitate their process to acquire a nuclear fucking bomb. He gave them a shitload of fucking money. Why would he fucking do that? Oh, that's right, because he's a fucking terrorist. Sympathizer, which basically means you're a fucking terrorist. So, the other reason, man, is that, and I took notes, like I wrote on paper. I fucking jotted down notes. I'm like, fuck that. I'm actually going to write this shit. I'm going to script this show today, this evening, tonight. Fuck it. I'm actually going to take the time because, to write this down, because there are several different things that I want to discuss, and I don't want to just be random today, man. Fuck all that shit. So, fuck Barack Obama's administration. It was a piece of shit terrorist sympathizer administration. They helped Iran, and they helped the rise of ISIS, which is also odd because, it's not really odd. It just showed because Iran claims to be against ISIS. ISIS claims to be against Iran. But you can see how Obama, he plays both sides of the fence. That's what he does. He pits different motherfuckers against each other, and he pretends like he has healthcare solutions and shit for society because he's a fucking villain. So yeah, man, that's a reality, and that's what he did, playing both fucking sides of the fence, giving our enemies money so that they can expedite their acquisition of nuclear fissile material, which is what he had hoped for, and then also helping the rise of ISIS, because he knew that ISIS and Iran would be beefing with each other, which would make him, gleeful, man. He'd be delighted. So, that's what he did. And then, on top of that, previous administrations, why did they allow for Iran to do what Iran was doing? Well, they did it because there's money involved. When you keep a despotic regime like that in power, and you're people like the previous individuals in power, and you need oil money, and you need access to regions surrounding and around and adjacent to the oil region, you got to keep those despotic leaders and tyrants, those despotic dictators, you got to keep those rogue fucking regimes, you got to keep them in power, man. You got to keep them in power, and you got to try to play both sides of the fence like Obama was doing. See, I would have done it differently. I would have just attacked. That's what I would have done. I would have just been like, fuck you, you're a terrorist, and I would have attacked. But for whatever reason, previous administrations, they think that it's fucking cool to do business with fucking terrorists. And they're okay with that. And that's why previous governments, previous U.S. government administrations is what I meant to say, they've done fucking business with terrorists like it was cool, like there was no problem, like it was no sweat. And I'm just saying, that's a reality, man. I wouldn't have played it that way, man. I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have been like, yo, check this out. I don't have any diplomatic relations with Iran. Fuck your government. I'm not doing any fucking thing with you in terms of any attempts to do peace with you. Like, we're not doing it anymore. Your flag says death to America. You motherfuckers in your fucking government are fucking terrorists. I'm not cool with you. You hate Israel. I fucking hate you because you fucking hate Israel. You started the hate. We're gonna fucking handle it. And that would have been it, man. I would have cut off fucking business with them. I would have had every single weapon in the U.S. arsenal aimed at their rogue government and would have targeted their government with the U.S. military and all of our resources, man. Fuck Iran's terrorist government. But again, for whatever reason, previous administrations had no problem doing fucking business with goddamn fucking terrorist rogue regimes. So, that's number one. Fear factor, like I said, they also do it, man. They've also done it in the past because they want for you, the American public, to be fearful. That was actually number two. That's why I said fear factor. They want for you to be fearful. That's why they were always having North Korea as some boogeyman, some fucking threat like ISIS and like Al-Qaeda. Because if you're afraid of North Korea, then they can always justify sending troops over there for annual war games so they can play fucking games on the Korean Peninsula at your expense. That's your tax money. In the trillions of dollars that disappeared from the Pentagon, they just like were, like offloaded, like went off planet. Some aliens just took that shit, took them coins, took them precious minerals and shit, took that and just fucking bounced, man, with the gold. Shit is gone. I don't know, man. Several $trillion are just not on this planet anymore. Just mysteriously fucking lifted, like five-finger discount type shit from the Pentagon, through the Pentagon, via the Pentagon. Yeah, man, your money, your taxpayer money, stolen from you by some unknown entity. Whoa, I wonder who could have possibly pulled that off. Several $1 trillion, untraceable, unfucking known, culprit. Yeah, where do you hide several $1 trillion? Oh, that's right, off planet. So, that's that. They gotta have the fear factor. Ooh, North Korea is such a threat. We gotta send troops over there every year to do annual war games. That's gonna cost America some money, like it does every year. Ha 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 ha. And we want for them to be fearful and talk about nuclear war on the peninsula over and over again in the media. So you gotta have Iran's fucking terrorist regime. You've gotta have North Korea as a threat. Same shit. That was number two, fear factor and control. 3, Obama. I already said that. Former admin going back years. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, number 3. Same as war games. I just covered that. That's number 4. So it said, so Daily Signal. Check it out. Daily Signal, and not just the first time, but other news media have put it out there, man, that the mullahs, the ayatollahs, the wannabe supreme leadership, so-called supreme. I mean, who the fuck calls themselves supreme leadership? I mean, really, dude? That's some egotistical shit. Like, you're the supreme leader of a fucking nation. Wow. That sounds exalted, man. I mean, that sounds super fucking high up, like next to God, like even more than the Pope himself, right? Yeah, supreme fucking wannabe motherfucker in Iran right now that allows for women to be tortured and murdered by God's forces. This despotic leadership, so-called leadership, these motherfuckers, man, had better be careful, because it has been reported in open media that citizens of Iran, the good citizens of Iran, who have been tortured and abused and mistreated time and time again, going back forever and always, yo, check it out, man. Like news media have been reporting, Iran's leadership, man, it's losing its grip on power. And the people, they might just rise up, man, and just eat the motherfucking supreme, so-called supreme leader of the country alive, man, and his motherfucking despotic minions. Yeah, for real. They might just rise up and seize control of the country and be like, yo, man, your shit is over with. We've seized control of Iran. Fuck the so-called supreme motherfucker that thinks that he's like next to God and shit with this bullshit, who's been torturing and murdering dissidents and others citizens, yo man, fuck him, fuck the Ayatollahs, fuck the mullahs, and fuck the so-called supreme leader of Iran. He's a piece of shit. So that was number 5. Number 6, explaining healthcare in America in terms of how to reduce the cost and how it can be extended to folks who don't already have coverage. Well, yo, man, Obama's shit was a fucking fraud operation. So it's going to be pretty easy to replace a fraud operation. I mean, it's really just that simple. So you have a fraud operation that's deceptive. It's fraud. You cancel it. You delete it. You remove it. You eradicate it. You get rid of it. You nullify it. You repeal it, and it's done, and it's gone, and it's non-existent. That's how you fix healthcare in America. And then, like smart people are saying, the pharmaceutical industry that commits fraud in and of itself, selling toxic so-called medicine to people with all of its side effects, but it can still help you. There's a 1 in a billion chance that by taking this, it could help you, but it's probably not gonna. That's your pharmaceutical industry in America. Largely, chiefly, mostly. So to make healthcare better in America, what you do is you expose motherfuckers like that. And you gain awareness. And you say, you know what? Fuck these pharmaceutical companies that are rogue. I'm not talking about the ones that are legit. I'm talking about the rogue ones that are selling you fucking toxins. That are selling you toxic substances. That are selling you what you're told in the West in terms of Western medicine is some type of remedy or some type of medicine that has supposedly beneficial benefits, and it's beneficial and it could be of benefit to you. You just fucking rise up against that shit and just say enough is enough, dude. The commercials on TV that explain, that lay out and describe all the bad shit that can happen if you take this substance, man, it's time for motherfuckers to really be woke. Because, man, if you ain't rising up against that and saying enough is enough, these pharmaceutical companies that sell this shit to America and the West, this is not real fucking medicine. Enough is enough. This is a fraud industry. Well, that's how you help make healthcare better in North America, in the West, in the Western Hemisphere. It's really just that fucking simple, man. You do that, you raise awareness, you stop buying shit like that, and then these litigators that litigate on behalf of those fucked up fraud companies, you just take a long, cold, hard look at them, man, and you just kind of see for yourself what they're really up to, man, and whose interests they really have at heart. They're working for the pharmaceutical industries to protect the pharmaceutical industries so that the pharmaceutical industries can continue to sell you fucking garbage, to sell you toxic substances, man, while pretending like it has some type of health benefit. That's one way to fix healthcare in North America. Was Obama talking about that shit? No, man. Nah, he was lying through his teeth, telling you that he was going to offer affordable healthcare. Did he do that? Nope, he sure didn't. He didn't fucking come through. He didn't follow through because it was all a ruse from the beginning. It was all artifice and deception. We all know that, man. Most of us now, except for the ones that are trying to protect Obamacare, like this woman named Megan that I talked about on the previous podcast, or 2 podcasts ago, whatever it was, where I was watching that shit. What was it called? Whatever that fucking show was on that website, hill.tv. Man, I saw that video. She's sitting there fucking trying to, go to bat for Obamacare. And I'm like, lady, just give it up, man. It's over. Obamacare's done. It was fraud. It was fraud. It was fraud. And it fucked up poor people's healthcare shit. So how dare you sit there and go to bat for some shit that fucked up the poor and was never intended to help poor people or regular, everyday, middle-class people. Ever. It was a fucking con job. Con job. Obamacare. Con job. Hello? You say you're woke, wake the fuck up, because you ain't really fucking woke. So, that's one way to help fix healthcare. Offering reduced healthcare alternatives that are not overpriced Obama con game shit. It's really fucking simple, man. Telling these people, yo, your shit is fraud. You're selling that shit, it ain't real fucking medicine. Fuck you. And then people being smart enough to be like, yeah, just like you heard the government regulators say, motherfucker, we ain't buying that shit because it's fraud. The government even says you're a fucking fraud medicine, so-called medicinal company, pharmaceutical. You're a fraud and we're not buying it anymore with your commercials, with all the shit that hurts people. That doesn't sound like medicine to me. Fuck you, I'm not buying your shit anymore. There's no benefit. Yeah, that, and then regulators telling companies like that, fuck you, you ain't doing that shit in America anymore. And then you don't have this high-priced shit. And then these medical doctors, these people who do have actual medical practice, saying to them, hey, look, man, you got to offer your shit at a reduced cost to these people because you just got to do it. Or people ain't going to fuck with you anymore. They're not going to pay for some shit that they can't afford. Period. It's fucking simple, man. It's simple fucking logic. Unless you want to be brainwashed, unless you want to be a slave to the system and let people think for you, it's fucking always been super simple. All these so-called conundrums, all these so-called problems, right? Man, they're all made up, dude. They're all made up to enslave people, right? So that was number 6, explaining healthcare. I just explained it, how fucking simple it actually is to solve the problem. Because it's a contrived, made-up fucking problem. It's some Hegelian shit. They fucking finagled their way into your lives with their motherfucking industry that was con. It was fucking fraud. It was a con game fraud the whole time. And then you're like, how am I going to pay for this shit? Why would you pay for some shit that is fake in the fucking first place? And then you have a whole industry of fake-ass shit. And then you're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to afford this shit? You don't need to afford it because it doesn't work any fucking way. You need shit that is for real. So, that's that. Number 7. Oh, I just wanted to share some anecdotes from when I was in college. And I used to work for some stupid fucking piece of shit companies in America. Some totally fucking piece of shit ass companies in America. Same as the pharmaceutical industry. So, I used to deliver food for several different companies when I was paying my way through college. And some of the people, man, that I delivered food to were some of the fucking rudest, the unequivocally rudest people in fucking the world. I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. So, I would deliver food, man, to these high-rises. I'm talking towers, high-rises, right? And I'd have, like, for example, there would be like a lawyer's office, law firm. They'd order food. So, you know, these are secured buildings, man, highly secured buildings, controlled access and whatnot. So I drive up to the building. I drove up to the building, and it was a side job. This isn't something that I did full time. So I drive up to the building, and I did, and then fucking, I'm just trying to remember because there were so many different instances, but I want to talk about a few of them. This motherfucking punk-ass bitch. I call up, and I said, hi, yes, I'm calling from this company. There's an order that was placed by this person. He's the, well, okay, so I said by this person. I didn't go into details other than that. What I'm sharing with you, the audience, is that was his firm. Like, he ran this shit, right? So his secretary, she's like, he's in a meeting right now. And I'm like, okay, cool, I understand that. So, okay, cool. So what should I do? Then should I just kind of hold tight? She's like, I'm sorry. And I was like, Yeah, so my question is, what should I do? She's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, man, and I was just thinking, what a punk ass bitch, dude. What a stupid motherfucking bitch. I don't know whose mom you are. I don't know whose wife you are. I don't know whose girlfriend you are. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. I swear to motherfucking God, bitch. She's like, what do you want me to do? What do you want? Like, being fucking rude because I'm the dude delivering food. So I was like, and I'm thinking, oh, she wants to give me a hard time now. Now she wants to go sideways and she wants to be an insane person. Right? Because she has psychological fucking problems, obviously. She's a piece of shit on this fucking planet. And she wants to do some shit where she becomes unfurled and uncorked and she wants to go fucking nuts. Okay? All right. She wants to play that shit with me. She's like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? And I was like, I don't know, man. What the fuck and I should have and I'll tell you what I should have told her. I'll tell you what I should have told her. But she's playing the game and I'm like, listen, the man who pays your bills, he ordered food. I'm standing downstairs at the base of the fucking tower. You're a goddamn monkey mouth piece of shit trash, devolved human fucking piece of trash. Do you want for me to take your employer's food, piss on it with my dick, piss on your fucking employer's food, tell him that you're a motherfucking piece of shit, human fucking being, trash, monkey mouth, punk ass fucking bitch? You want me to do that? You want me to throw his fucking food away? How about I do that? Yeah. How about the fuck I do that? Because totally you don't have anybody to come down and get his food because he's in a super important meeting, right? Is he paying my motherfucking bills? Is he paying my fucking bills, bitch? What do you want me to do? You want me to sit here and go through some motion with you where I'm supposed to, like, be confused? Is there some confusion here? He ordered food. He's on the phone. I'm not part of his conference call. I don't give a fuck about his conference call. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about him either. You order food from a company, and then the very first thing out of your mouth is, what am I supposed to do? You're the secretary. You don't have somebody coming down to unlock the fucking door with the card for the secured access? Do you expect for me to sit here at the base of your fucking piece of shit fucking corrupt building structure and call back just randomly, I don't know, intermittently to determine to try to figure out if the conference call, his important business call, is over yet or not? Is that the game here? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I'm just supposed to, like, figure out on my own when it's important. Why would you order food if you can't receive it? Why would you order food if you can't fucking receive it? And that's how she played it, man. That's how she played it. I don't know. I don't know. What's going on here? I don't know. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? She said that shit over and over again, man. She acted like that over. I ended up quitting that job about a month later because I'll tell you how broken fucking people are, man. I'll tell you how fucking stupid people are. That lowlife, son of a bitch ass bitch, tried to play me by saying to me, when I came to deliver her employer's food, that it was some puzzle that was so complex it couldn't be solved because he's in a conference call and she's like, what do you want me to do? What can I do? What am I supposed to do? And I'm like, wow, you're right. Now that you say that, Wow, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Let me see. Your boss ordered food from the piece of shit company that I work for. I delivered it in a timely manner. I can't get into this building, which you know that, unless someone lets me in. I delivered his food in a timely manner, and now he's on a super important international business call. You're really vague in terms of when it might be over. You're super devoid of any information pertaining to whether or not someone may come and get his food on his behalf. So yeah, you're totally right. Maybe I should just sit down here and wait for like an hour so that at the end of the hour, the lunch rush hour is over. You know, the lunch rush, and that like 300 other people didn't get their food because I'm waiting for you and your boss to figure out what you're going to do in terms of this delivery that you placed, this order that you placed. Oh, you're totally right. It totally makes fucking sense. When I got off the phone with her, I called back, and then he answered the phone, and he came down, and I just told him when I knew I was going to leave, I knew I was leaving the company. I just told him, I said, look, man, she wasn't being forthcoming with information, and a lot of people would have just left, man. And she didn't indicate that anyone was coming down to get your food, and she didn't provide any information that made any type of sense whatsoever. I told her that I was here to deliver your food, and her response was, "What do you want me to do about it?" Okay. That's the type of shit that I dealt with paying my way through college, working at stupid ass piece of shit companies in America where customers act that fucking way. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Uber entitled, self-entitled motherfuckers who believe that when you are delivering food to them, they are high and mighty, kings and queens, and you are nothing but a fucking gopher. Go fetch, boy. Go get my tennis ball and retrieve it. You know, go get that bone that I just tossed there. I'm so high and mighty, Your Majesty, Your Highness. So that's how broken they are. That's how medieval they fucking are. That's how barbaric they are. They're just fucking devolved, broken fucking robotics, man. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that behaves that way, imagine if someone said that shit to you when you're delivering food to them. Imagine that. Imagine that shit. I dealt with motherfucking pieces of shit like that all the fucking time, man. You'd go to their offices, they're not around, they're not answering the phone. You're like, yo, it's been 5 minutes. Beyond 5 minutes, that's 10 minutes now. Okay? How many minutes are there at lunchtime? Like an hour. And that's it. This person ordered food and is now unavailable. They would play fucking games with like office numbers and office suites and shit. They'd be like, yeah, I'm right next to the elevators. And then you'd come into the building and there would be like 10 different sets of fucking elevators. And then you'd point it out to them and they'd be like, oh yeah, I could see where someone would be confused. And you're like, yeah, you totally fucking have worked here forever and you totally didn't know that was some vague shit, right? They just play fucking mind games, dude. Just people playing motherfucking mind games. That's all it was, man. All the shit was intentional. It was all deliberate. It's all childish shit. Some shit from fucking junior high school, man. Just motherfucking mind games, man. So that's, I'll think of some other shit in terms of when I was a food delivery person. and I'll discuss it at a later time. Number 8. What's up with these rappers, man, getting fucking caught in traffic with drugs? What's up with these rappers, man, with so-called rap careers that keep getting busted with drugs? What's up with these rappers who keep getting busted with drugs in traffic? Over and over. Same pattern, same drug addict shit. It's not an isolated incident. It's like, how long are you rappers gonna do fucking drugs, man, as part of your drug rap career? How long are you going to keep doing drugs in the rap game and then getting arrested for having drugs in your possession? Like, how many fucking times are you going to get arrested for drug possession as a so-called rapper? That shit is fucking ultra stupid. Ultra fucking stupid, man. I gotta tune out of you, man. Fuck you, okay? I'm just, man, fuck your career, dude. Fuck your shit, man. You just don't get it, dude. You're obviously a drug addict. You're obviously a fucking drug addict, man. And I'm not gonna pay attention to you, dude, in your fucking so-called career because your shit is dumb, dude. And, you know, to see so many rappers in this state, that state, this state, that state, getting pulled over, drug bust. It's like, dude, you know what? You're an artist that I'm not interested in, man. Fuck you. That's number 8. So-called artist. Not interested in your bullshit, dude. Not interested in your fucking drug possession drama over and over. You and your drug convict. Man, fuck you, dude. All right, so let me see. All right, so that was 8. Number 9. What does this say? Oh, yeah, slow motion cars. What's up with the slow motion cars out on the road? People all of a sudden, like, they don't know how to drive anymore. Like half of society doesn't know what the fucking speed limit is. Huh, that's really weird. That's really mysterious. It's just like slow motion, right? Like half the car, like there's no enforcement. Like, where are the cops saying to people, hey man, why you going half the speed limit? Huh? Why you going half the speed limit? Like, I've been watching you for a while, man, and I've noticed it's not just like, 5 seconds or 10 or 15 or 20. And I noticed the vehicles around you, it had nothing to do with other cars around you. There's no reason for you to be going slow other than you're doing it intentionally and deliberately. Abso-fucking-lutely. And I observed you doing that. Did you know that that's a crime? And did you know that that shit is hazardous? Why are you fucking doing it? You know what? Let me see your motherfucking goddamn driver's license. Get out of the motherfucking car. Okay? Come on, man. Come on, man. Musicians, music, songs. Shit, what am I listening to, man, right now? I'm listening to K-pop. I'm listening to this dude named B.Y. B is in Bravo, E Echo, Y, W-H-Y. I think that is how it's spelled. I just started peeping his tracks yesterday. Dude's got some dope shit, like some really super dope shit. Like his flow, too. Movies. I heard the Goonies from the 1980s, Goonies. Heard the Goonies was being re-released in theaters. That's dope. Let's see, fashion. What's new in fashion right now? What have I seen in fashion? I'll tell you what's stupid, man. When I'm a billionaire, I'm not buying $3,000 fucking sneakers, i.e. tennis shoes. I saw this thing on the internet about these so-called Christian folks, whatever, what are they called? Pastors or whatever, ministers. What are these people that get up on fucking stage and they pretend like they're close to God and that they know shit about God that other people don't know? I guess church ministers, pastors, saw something, man, about these people wearing these like 3,000, and I saw the sneakers and I'm like, why would anybody spend $3,000 on a pair of tennis shoes? Thousands of dollars on a pair of fucking tennis shoes. Dude, look, man. Okay. Dude, just keep doing that shit, okay? You do you. I'll do me. That shit, man, it speaks volumes about how people, man, just like are. I mean, really, dude, it's like you need to buy shoes, tennis shoes, that are thousands of I saw those shoes and I'm like, those shoes look fucking corny. Like they look like some shit that you can get at a tennis shoe store like any other tennis shoe. Like they didn't even look special. They look whack. They're not even fucking shit that like I would wear. If someone was like, yo man, you want this free pair of shoes? I'd be like, that ain't my style, dude. Like I rock Nike Air Max and you know what I'm saying? And Nike makes great shoes that are comfortable and they're cushioned and they've got the proper arch and sole, you know what I'm saying? And no, dude, like that shit, like I don't want that. That shit looks like that shit that's got the little net. You know what I'm saying? When it rains, it's like it just comes through the like net, the web of the like shoe. It's like your feet get wet. You know what I'm saying? The tennis shoes that you can get that are like marked down and shit. And you're like, yo, there's no rubber sole and shit. Like it doesn't even matter if there's a rubber sole. It's like $100 pair of Nike are good enough. I mean, the shit that's up to like $180, it's like, yo, out of all the shoes that are like $180 that Nike makes, I've only seen 2 pairs since they started doing that shit like 10 years ago that I actually thought were like okay. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Would I pay $180 for it? No. Probably not. The one that was the British flag, that shit was tight. I like that. I was like, yo, that shit's dope. Not paying $180 for those shoes. Are they worth $180? Shit, if they last like 10 years, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. If not, fuck no. Then there was another pair of Nike that were $180 and they looked highly tactical. And I took a photo of them and I'm like, yo, yeah, I might pay $180 for those. One fucking pair, 2 pair out of all the shit Nike makes for $180, I would never spend thousands of dollars on a pair of fucking tennis shoes. That is absurd, i.e. preposterous. All right, so that's fashion. Let's see, markets. What's going on in the markets? Man, I heard, man, you know, New England, Connecticut. I actually do some business in New England, and I like Connecticut, man. I like New England. I really do. And when I was a kid, I held New England in high regard. I was like, yo, man, New England, it's a big part of American history and a lot of interesting towns there and communities. And architecturally speaking and landscape-wise combined, the aesthetics of it all, it's just pure fucking art, man. Some of the landscape, like Maine and whatnot along the coast there, just majestic. Some of the most beautiful, most gorgeous landscape in Earth in North America. But yo, when General Electric and other companies pulled out of New England, man, I mean, shit. I was reading in high school and post-high school that with the cocaine and crack epidemic of the 1980s and 1990s, shit didn't go too well for certain parts of Connecticut and New England. So, like to see New England, man. Like to see those areas of New England that saw an economic downturn. I'd like to see an economic upturn. Like to see an economic upturn. More investments, companies coming back. You know, some type of company coming in is what I meant to fill that vacuum, that void. That's what I like to see, man, and that's what America needs. Let's fill in those spaces in Connecticut and parts of New England that saw an economic downturn. Let's do that. Let's get that shit back up online and running the way that it ought to be running. So let's see, politics. I've talked about politics here. People in our American government who they lust for that oil, that Middle East oil, man. That fucking oil from the Middle East, man, and in other parts of the globe where we, America, have to turn away so as to not look at what those countries do to their citizens in exchange. Gotta stop it, man. Gotta end that shit, dude. We can't turn a fucking blind eye to that type of immorality, man, and that type of gross human abuse. Those motherfucking despotic regimes, those are war crimes, man. Saudi Arabia, Iran, fucking war crimes. The same shit as in Iraq, war fucking crimes, man. Can't let the Saudi government officials involved in war crimes and tyranny get away with their bullshit. Get away with their motherfucking war crimes, their tyranny, their dictatorship. Fuck that shit. Same as Iran. Can't let that shit, can't let it subsist. Can't let it continue the way that these American politicians have been in bed with those motherfucking nefarious, despotic, rogue regimes. Can't continue that way. Number 9, lawmakers, IRS. Oh yeah, so I read some shit, man, where IRS, Congress is attempting to ban companies like TurboTax. That's the stupidest shit in the world. That's the most misguided, most short-sighted, fucking stupidest shit. Like, who are these people in our government, in Congress, who come up with shit like this? You're planning, those of you in government who are fucking stupid, planning to ban products like TurboTax. You are fucking wannabe Nazis. You are wannabe fascists. You are motherfucking socialist Marxists. You are trying to turn America into a bleak, Stalinist, former Soviet Union. Fuck you! You're not gonna ban fucking TurboTax. Fucking stupid ass, idiot, moron, imbeciles. That's number 9. Okay, number 10. Brexit. Man, Brexit, what it amounts to, when I sum it all up, it was all just a long conversation. It's all it really was, man. That's what it equates to. It was a long, drawn-out conversation that these Brexiters, or whatever they were called, people who were for and against Brexit, the shit was stupid. Like, for England, Britain, whatever it's called nowadays, that region, that country, that part of the world, Mandela effect, Great Britain, England, to even consider leaving the European Union was an absolute, total, also misguided, absolute total fucking waste of time. And for any and all analysts to say, someone said, and I read it, that the public, in other words, the public in England, the public could lose faith in government's ability to make rational decisions. Public trust issues could occur. Grave public trust issues. Public trust could be severely damaged because England had decided to do an exit move and then changed its mind. That's not fucking for real, okay? If England decides to stay part of the European Union, the public is not going to lose faith in the British fucking government. Who the fuck is coming up with this stupid shit, man? Oh my God. The whole thing was stupid. Just go back to the goddamn fucking European Union and get over the conversation. That was a waste of fucking time. Jesus Christ, man.